Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to explore two digital universes that sound almost the same but are worlds apart, the internet and the intranet. You can think of one as this giant public square for the entire planet, and the other, well, that's more like a private office. So let's jump right in and decode the difference. So what is the real difference, right? You hear these words all the time, maybe people even use them interchangeably. But trust me, one is this huge open world, and the other is more like a private walled garden. Let's figure out which is which, and more importantly, why it even matters. Okay, first up, let's talk about the one we all know and pretty much use every single day, the internet. The easiest way to picture it is as a massive global city, a totally public space where anyone with a connection can just walk right in and start exploring. At its very core, the internet is just a worldwide system of computer networks that are all speaking the same digital language. And that language is a set of rules called the Internet Protocol, or TCP/IP. Think of it like a universal postal service. It breaks down all our information into little packages and makes absolutely sure they get to the right destination. It's the magic that lets them all connect and share stuff so seamlessly. Now, to make this whole global city actually work, every single device connected to it needs its own unique address, just like a house on a street. We call this an IP address. It's a unique string of numbers, something like 110.22.33.114, that tells the entire network exactly where to send and receive information for your specific device. But wait a second. We don't type in long strings of numbers when we go online, do we? Nope. We type in easy-to-remember names like nice.com. So how does that work? Well, when you type in a website name, a special server called a DNS, that's domain name server, acts like a giant digital address book for the entire internet. It just looks up the name you typed, finds the matching IP address number, and connects you to the right place, all in a split second. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let's step out of that huge, bustling global city and into a much more private, exclusive community. This is the world of the intranet. So an intranet is basically a private network. You usually find them inside a single organization, like a company or university. Now, the computers inside are all connected to each other, but the whole network is shielded from the public internet. Access is super strict. Only authorized people, like employees or students, can get in. And you know, just like on the public internet, every single computer inside an intranet has its own unique IP address. But here's the key difference. This address system is totally local. The address only has to be unique within that private network, not across the entire globe. So one is public, one is private. They seem like complete opposites, don't they? Well, and this is where it gets really interesting. Under the hood, they're actually built with the exact same technology. Yeah, seriously, an intranet is basically just a mini private version of the internet. It's built with the same core technology like that TCP/IP protocol we were talking about earlier. This means you access an intranet's internal websites using the very same web browser you'd use for any public site. Organizations can even run their own private versions of things we use every day, like email or instant messaging, all inside their little walled garden. Okay, so if the technology is the same, where do they really part ways? What's the big difference? Well, it all comes down to three fundamental distinctions that really define what each one is all about. And this table just lays it out perfectly. Let's break it down. First, you've got scope. The internet is worldwide, connecting billions of us. An intranet, on the other hand, is tiny by comparison. It's just for one specific organization. Then there's access. The internet is open to all. An intranet is totally restricted to its members. And finally, and this is a huge one, security. Because it's so open, the internet is naturally less secure. An intranet, because it's a closed system, can be highly secured and privatized. So understanding this split between the public and the private digital worlds is really more important than ever. It's all about knowing where information is designed to be open and where it's meant to be protected. Ultimately, you can boil this whole thing down to one simple but really powerful idea. The internet's entire purpose is to connect the world, to encourage open communication and access for everyone. The internet's purpose is to protect a small part of that world, creating a secure, private space for collaboration and sensitive data. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to chew on. In an age where everything seems to be about open access and global sharing, what's the future role for these private, walled-off digital spaces? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.